secret sauce of the program.
The secret sauce.
The secret sauce.
So you probably heard this term, but it's literally the secret sauce of our program. I think it really allows us to bring everything together, everything that we learn online. Once we get to lab, it really allows us to just, put together the pieces, connect those dots. And I think it enhances our learning so much.
I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. If you want to learn a foreign language, probably the best thing, well, you can go and take a class, you can read a book, you can hang out from someone from that culture, but really the best thing to do if you want to learn a foreign language, go immerse yourself in that country. Go eat what they eat, go drink what they drink, go speak what they speak, and immerse yourself in that culture. It's no different with PT. With PT, you can get an hour lab here, an hour lab there. It's not an immersive model. It's really the lab immersions where you rub shoulders with faculty and students all day and you get a sense for the culture of what PT really is. And it's really a transformative time.
They talk about when you come here and you're learning everything, you're really immersed in the culture, and that's what it is. There's just a contagious energy that you just pick up when you get here, and everyone's enthusiastic about learning, and you really do just learn so well at these lab immersions. They're honestly one of my favorite parts of the program, just because it's so much fun, just everyone coming together and just really being immersed in learning and in the culture of physical therapy.
Obviously, students go through anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks of didactic content that's done in an online environment. That's a lot of preparatory learning that takes place before students come to Dallas, Texas for these lab immersions. What really makes these labs special, though, is obviously the opportunity that students have to spend 8 hours a day, 2 weeks at a time with their classmates, both in class and out of class in study or practice time. It really gives students the opportunity to dive into the content, to be immersed in the course content that they're learning.
They're here to learn, but also to have fun. And I think that's the really important part, that they find the learning fun, rather than, oh, I've got to go to school today, and what's on today. I often hear from students how much fun they had, and they kind of, sad that they have to go back home and can't wait forward to the next time they get together.
These are long days, I'm not gonna lie, these are definitely long days, but it's so worth it because you get to learn so much more hands-on work and patient care that you would never get through just reading a textbook or taking exams and that stuff. So
it's high energy. That starts with the faculty, and it's contagious.
I really love Cadaver Lab, and I sound really dorky saying that, but I think the biggest thing is just seeing how detailed and how precise and how incredible the human body is, because it's a huge picture of who God is as a creator.
The other thing I would say that it makes these labs so special is the adjunct faculty that we bring in. I'm committed to a 1-to-10 ratio when I have students here on site. And what that means is I'm going to bring in clinical experts in every single course that they're being taught to make sure they get the best quality of education possible.
Bringing those folks in and letting the students experience that and see that sort of culture of continued education and excellence in what we do, I think really helps drive them toward wanting to do the same thing. And that's really what we're about, is wanting to get people to practice.
I think this lab immersion model is really exciting because the students are not just learning all of the information online, but they're interacting with their faculty on a regular basis and with each other. And we're able to do that in a way to where it really makes them feel like we're in their homes with them. But then when they come to the lab immersion, it provides not just a great social interaction for the students with themselves, but as a faculty member, I've gotten to know students in a 7-day lab immersion better than an entire semester working with them in class. And with that, we get to know them, understand them, but we're also integrating every bit of information in 7 to 11 days, and they just repeat it over and over and over to a level of comfort that they might not get dragging it out over 8 to 12 weeks.